today. The lead story, bury zoning and bury Nigeria.
The story on top of the lead, terror threats. Sanwo-Olu summons emergency security meeting. Last but not the least is the story on the window. At 70, Buhari extols DC Danjuma's years of service.
Join the front page review at 7 a.m. every weekday from VOP 96.1 FM. The world's biggest business stories.
Elon Musk finally purchased Twitter.
Business quotes.
Always deliver more than expected.
Stock market updates. Forex updates.
When the market
aviation reports and market update all in one place. Listen to Business Around Town weekdays by 9:30 a.m. only on VOP 96.1 FM. Don't miss this.
Baba Sani, remember that my daughter that will be getting married I told you about, and I'm sure that the cow I've asked you to keep is very ready. I don't want to hear story.
I don't tell them. Say make you no worry. If na cow, I get them.
The problem I have with you people is that you don't understand the business. How can you Okoko want to go and buy car? You now go and order from him.
Omo Igbo, whenever I want to buy meat, I usually consult our friend. Why are you not feeling that?
But I'm supposed to buy the distributor. That is business.
Are you the seller for the cow? You get them for the cow? Now your own?
Both of you should not quarrel.
I am not here to quarrel. More with high chief. Talking to you in front of my introduction. Look at this bombastic element.
Journey with us to visit three troublesome friends. From the east, we have the money and container man.
Yes, it is me now. High chief, we don't kiss in our leave. You get me?
To the west, we have a man that eats only meat and loves Owambe.
I still remain your one and only Otumba Owoni Koko Agbabiaka.
All the way to the north, we have Baba Sani with his 40 children and 4,000 cows and still counting.
You are my faithful. Sunana Baban Asan. Na me born am for Asan and I get them for plenty cows.
Listen to Area Matters only on VOP 96.1 FM every weekday by 10:30 a.m.
The moment you've been waiting for is here right upon us. Good morning, informed listener. It's a bright Saturday morning, a wet one for that matter, and you tune into Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. My name is Ali Udoma, and we're here to kickstart your weekend by revisiting the most compelling stories that have kept us engaged throughout the week. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's dive into our weekly rewind, that is front page recap on Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. My name is Ali Udoma, and we're here again to do what we usually do by this time of the day and Saturday. You might have missed out on some of the headlines that happened during the week due to your busy schedule, or you just got a snippet of some and missed out in action. So we are here to give you a comprehensive recap of some of the major stories that made the news within this past week. That is Monday through Friday is what we're going to be looking at today. And I'm not going to be doing this alone. I will be joined by an analyst, a public affairs analyst, who will also add value to the topics we will be looking at. Let me quickly give you what we shall be looking at this morning. Of course, we will follow developments as it unfolds in the ECOWAS arena. That is talking about the Niger Coup. All of the information that came up during the week after the 7 days ultimatum expired or elapsed, given the Niger Coup leaders by the Economic Community of West African States, and a subsequent meeting that made them to came up with the conclusion that the standby force or the military firepower should be on standby while they try to look out for other diplomatic measures to settle the issue in Niger Republic. And also we will be looking at the 45 out of 48 ministerial nominees confirmed by the Senate. What happened? Why were 3 persons not confirmed? And the development from that particular story, we will also take a look at that. And also, Naira continued to nosedive against the dollar. At some point within the week, it went over 900 Naira in the parallel market. That is Naira to dollar exchange at over 900 naira, which is not a good sign for Nigeria. We will also look at that. And insecurity, that is state of the nation, killings in the Plateau State and other parts of the country, we will take a look at that as well. And also, if time permits us, we will look at incessant flood cases in Nigeria. Then we will close with Senator's token and Senate President's prayer. We will certainly get prayer across to you listening to us this morning. All right, let me try to establish contact with our guest analyst, and as soon as we get him, we will hit the ground running. But we're not gonna make Nigerians to run this time around, but we will give you all the best information you can have on this particular program. All right, we have a guest join us this morning. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, and how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you for joining us. Okay, we have Mr. Alexa Wilcox, who is a public affairs analyst, and together, God's willing, we will be having the fruitful conversation this morning. Thank you for joining us once again, sir.
Thank you. It's my utmost pleasure. Thank you.
All right, let's take a look at what we have. We're going to be looking at ECOWAS stance on Niger Coup. 45 out of 48 ministerial nominees confirmed by the Senate, and all the stories, developing stories attached to that. Naira continue to nosedive against the dollar. Insecurity, killings in Plateau State and other parts of the country. Then incessant flood cases in Nigeria. And if time permits us, we will wrap up with Senator's token and Senate President prayers. Maybe we'll have another prayer from you today. All right, so
I wish I was pastor to say a good prayer.
Okay, let's start with the ECOWAS issue. Yes, you know what has been happening with the case in Niger, the coup d'etat that took place in Niger about 2-3 weeks ago, where President Mohamed Bazoum has been forced to sign a resignation letter, and now the military junta, talking about the presidential guard head, General Abdurrahman Tiani, has taken over affairs of the country, and even went ahead to name some cabinet ministers comprising of military and civilian persons. So let's just have a comprehensive overview of what has happened in Niger and where we're headed.
Well, thank you. For me, Niger is quite an unfortunate occurrence. But anybody that say didn't see it coming will have just been living in denial. When it happened in Burkina Faso, ECOWAS shouted and nothing happened. It happened in Mali. ECOWAS shouted, the world shouted and nothing happened. Now it has happened in Mali, in Niger. Where is the next? Maybe Guinea-Bissau, maybe Senegal, maybe. So you see, the advent of coups are beginning to rear its head. Now it has started with the Francophone West African countries, and look at all these things is happening in West Africa.
Yes.
Now, why is it West Africa? I don't know. That is what I cannot explain. But it seems that there are so many interests that is playing up in West Africa, and we thought that the era of coups has long gone. And it's now surfacing in Mali, in Burkina Faso, and nothing really happened. Now, I understand that there is. I understand the fact of the sovereignty of every state, but of course, every state belongs to a community, and in our own case, every African country belongs to either ECOWAS or the EU, and that is where there must be a strong voice. Look, we know that foreign interests are at play. Deep foreign interests are at play. For instance, I know that the Burkina Faso experience had France signature on it. That is why ECOWAS could not do anything, because there was a France signature on it. Now, Mali, I cannot for sure say what happened, but talking about Niger, you are seeing power play between the Russians and the French and other Western countries becoming to play. So why will Africa always remain a pawn in the chess game? A pawn in the chess game. Why should that be allowed to be? But coups are no longer fashionable. And if this is not being stemmed today, if it's not stemmed today, now it happened, like I said, happened in Burkina Faso. ECOWAS shouted like a barking dog that has no teeth to bite. It happened in Mali, the same condemnation, the same sanction. It moved to Libya, to Niger. That was how the Arab Spring started, and it involved the entire Maghreb region. Now we are seeing it playing out in West Africa. I think ECOWAS stand for me and does it in complete, in fact, in its totality. And I want to salute the leadership of our president, despite the fact that a lot of unscrupulous, unpatriotic Nigerians who are yet to come out from the political defeat that they suffered maybe during the election now sees our president as the president of the most populous country in Africa as a laughing stock, as a mimicking object, as an object of ridicule and sagacity. What am I calling? Scarcism or whatever they call it. And then you keep seeing all kinds of trash and rubbish in social media against our president when he is standing for a cause that every Nigerian, because who knows tomorrow where it is getting heading to. Now, this guy was overthrown by the brigade of guard, by the guards battalion. That is the people loyal to the president.
Yes.
And every president has a guards battalion.
And in fact,
and then we're thinking that
record has it that he has General Abdurrahman Tiani has been the head of the presidential guard right from 2011.
Exactly. So this is being overthrown by somebody sitting next to him. So and then Nigerians, because of their political, they are not able to come out. They devote politics from nationalism, I mean that Nigeria is beyond the politics of APC, Labour Party, and PDP, and that whatever happens, we are Nigerians that we must stand by Nigeria. And then a lot of people, it's so unfortunate that we have such characters that share the same country with us in Nigeria. When there is no patriotism. There's no patriotism in their blood. Nothing patriotic about the country in their blood, and they are ridiculing the president, calling the president mean. Look, when I do what happened in social media, I get worried. Forget that this is an ECOWAS. This is an ECOWAS mission. ECOWAS is bigger than, it's not Nigeria. The president happened to be the chairman of the ECOWAS Council of Head of States.
Yes.
There's also another body called there's also a president of ECOWAS.
Yes, of course.
There's another body that runs ECOWAS. Our president is the chairman of the board of head of states. But there's also a commission, the ECOWAS commission, headed by a president. So people don't be able to diverge between what a world body is doing and what an individual is doing.
All right, now let's look
at in America. Sorry. If America wants to go to anybody, go to the UN. But you also see that the American president is on a championship, but he goes through a bigger body. So even if it's the president or champion, he goes through the bigger body. And Nigeria alone cannot deploy troops except there's a concurrence with all the West African states. And I'm happy with taking that stand. I am not against coup. Democratic laws must prevail. Again, there must be, which I've always called, there must be peer reviews among West African leaders. We allow a lot of things to happen, and then giving rise to some of them. Must be this strong condemnation and peer review among themselves, so that they put themselves in check and not put their countries in jeopardy.
All right. When you started your submission today, you talked about the ECOWAS being a toothless bulldog. Why do you think the ECOWAS is a toothless bulldog when in real sense it's supposed to have power over the member state? Whenever they come up with a suggestion, it should have been binding on member state, but it is not the case that we are seeing. You talked about Burkina Faso and now Niger Republic. What should the ECOWAS do to start to assert authority or command respect amongst member states? Because this is not what we're seeing now.
First and foremost, ECOWAS started as a trading bloc. It started as a trading bloc, and just to see just the how movement of trade, which they not also achieved, as far as I'm concerned. They also achieved. So it's the institutional framework and governance structure of ECOWAS is still weak. And the treaties of whether I've not had the time, I've not been to read all the treaties word by word to know rights, responsibilities, and limitations. But don't forget, there is the sovereignty of every country.
Of course,
we cannot determine what happens in another country for them. But there is now a new vista right from when it happened when the ECOWAS troop went to Sierra Leone, went to Liberia, went to the Gambia, and went to some other places. Now that was the new vista of increasing the influence of ECOWAS to military intervention. And unfortunately, we do not have a standing, ECOWAS don't have a standing army.
Yeah.
Neither do they have a standing equipment. We don't have a defense minister. We don't have the security council that could mobilize. So that governance structure is weak, and that is why. And then more foreign interest again. Like I said, I'm very, very convinced that the Burkina Faso group has French signature on it, because the leader has a French connection. So in that case, when there is that conflict between the world powers interest and the domestic interest, of course, no African can want to confront the world power. Moreover, in these circumstances, when your own structure is weak, when your own governance structure is weak, and not forget Nigeria, Africa is divided between francophone and anglophone.
Yeah.
Now the francophone seems to have more ties to France. They are united, while the anglophone that is supposed to have ties to the UK is divided. They don't have that strong bonding. That's why it's called that in the francophone they all use the CFA. I mean, whatever France had with their colonial roots. I mean their colonial empires that still tied them to the process of France. The British, the anglophone didn't have that. So most anglophones are independent. The only thing that links all the anglophone is West African Development Council. That's what links most of the. That's one of the biggest link between not currency, not so many things. You see us even fighting among us. We see Nigeria and Ghana fighting amongst themselves. We cannot see Togo and the Benin Republic fight. But look at Nigeria and Ghana. We are always at each other's throats. You know. Right. So we are supposed to have more collaboration. But those francophones, they have more collaboration. So that again will defeat the purpose of ECOWAS. And ECOWAS is small. We're just 16 nations. If if what Gaddafi had planned for Africa, the EU, had been made to work like the EU, then we will not be having this kind of condition will not be existing, because there will have been a strong and larger intervention, a strong and larger military alliance, but a strong military alliance just represent to NATO. Okay. That's Africa is this. Africa can have sub-military alliance represent to NATO, so that that is a well-trained, well-oiled and well-financed force that can intervene where need be to bring sanity in any country. Because we cannot continue at this thing. But of course, Africa still want to play the whipping boy of the world. Africa want to remain either become a pawn. Today it is the Russians that are scrambling for Africa. Tomorrow it should be the Chinese. The Americans are losing out. They will create problem in Sudan or some other places, and then they will start, this kind of things. I don't know when African leaders will wake up from this number and begin to have purposeful direction for themselves. The days of Nkrumah, the days of the Holy Celestis, the days of the Arab Moy and Co, the Yereres, they are all gone. The new crop of African leaders are the ones that are embedded in corruption and inefficiency and lack of patriotic nationalism towards Africa. That's what we're having now, and that's why the issues are getting more complex by the day. I just pray that Africa will find their footing and get the next generation.
All right. So my final question on this topic before we move to another issue: what will be the worst case scenario or the impact if at all Niger and ECOWAS happen to engage in military battle? What will be the impact to us here in Nigeria, considering the fact that we share a very porous and large border between Nigeria and Niger?
Well, the impact will be, let's not kid ourselves about it. The impact will be very, very grievous for Nigeria. Like you say, we share border. Remember, most of the northern borders share with Niger, and trade routes is very, very strong with Niger. With Niger in terms of certain commodities that we are all looking up to, agriculture, so many things. So it's going to be a very, very serious and devastating conflict. So Nigerians must be prepared if we are going that route. But I don't hope that for long this standoff will come up. I just hope that at some point, yes, they say when you see a bird dancing in the middle of the road, the drummer is in the forest. So let's find the drummer and disable the drummer. There should be no intelligence at this point. Let's find who are the drummers and then disable the drummer. So when the drumming stops, the bird will stop dancing. But there will be their consequence for that. Nigeria is a country that we just react on the impulse of the moment. Even if it shouldn't have economic equality, we just react because we are people that we're reacting to every noise. Nobody sits down to analyze issues. We just reaction to every noise. Because I understand that rice has gone up because of the Republic, Niger Republic border closed, rice has gone up. What is the connection? So these things are we are just the people that are so impulsive in our reaction. So God, I don't know when we come back to the real agenda we know of the 80s and the 90s.
All right. Hopefully,
there'll be taking effect economically, and then of course they have closed their airspace, and every flight out of Nigeria to Europe goes through the Niger airspace to bypass Niger. So only God will help Mali, will help us if Mali do not join the fray to close their own airspace against as their own form of sanction. Because Mali and Burkina Faso seem to be aligned because they've been suspended from ECOWAS, since they are aligning themselves with Niger. It's quite a big landmass. If there's going to be enemy intervention, it's going to be very costly and very expensive because a big landmass, except there is total support from the entire Africa, especially from the Arab world in Africa. That is the only way we can have a smooth and successful military incursion into Niger.
All right, thank you very much for your wonderful thought on that issue. We will go pay some bills. When we come back, we will continue with the 45 out of 48 ministerial nominees as confirmed by the Senate and all the developing stories from that. Stay with us and please don't change your dial. This is Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. Front page recap is what we are doing with our guest analyst, Mr. Alexa Wilcox, who is a public affairs analyst. Stay with us and please don't move a muscle. We will continue in a bit.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows,
we are looking at ECOWAS stance on Niger Coup. We've looked at that. Then 45 out of 48 ministerial nominees confirmed by Senate, and we'll also be looking at Naira continue to nosedive against the dollar.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream. Delight in every school. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream.
At number 4, Obomosho Street,
Area 8, Geriki, Abuja, or 3rd Avenue, Gwaripa, Abuja, or Federal Housing Estate, Phase 2, Lube, Abuja. Call 0908-831-5906 or 0908-831-5908 or 0909-238-9861. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at romeospizza.ng.
Website
www.romeospizza.ng. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender Greeters, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit
Center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location,
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So why wait? Book your stay today and experience the ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Believe me, believe me.
Alright, welcome back, and in case you just joined, this is front page recap on Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja, where we bring you top stories that made the news during the week on a Saturday morning on your friendly frequency. My name is Ali Doma, and I have a guest who has joined me via the telephone this morning on the program, Mr. Alexa Wilcox, who happens to be a public affairs analyst doing justice to the topics we have for today. Thank you for staying with us, Mr. Alexa.
Thank you. It's my pleasure for having me. Thank you.
All right, let's move to the next headline. 45 out of 48 ministerial nominees confirmed by the Senate. We were meant to understand that 3 are still pending because they would need some more security clearance before they would be confirmed. But late yesterday, we also had an update that Malam Nasir El-Rufai has opted not to take up the nomination or appointment of a minister any longer. He has told the president. So what do you make of the procedure involved in the screening and now confirmation of 45 out of the 48?
Well, the screening, with respect to the screening, it was the same concept that what will be used to since 1999 when we came back to democratic rule in Nigeria. We've been having this issue of either about being asked some frivolous questions. Ministerial nominees that should be grilled and should be given opportunity of defending who they are, what they have done in the past, and not the case of Dr. Bosun, what they call him, Bosun, or what they call him.
Yeah, Tijani.
That's Tijani Bosun. Most people that expected that this is a man that has rubbished his country in many many more places than one. Just with dangerous tweets, dangerous anti-patriotic stance and comments about his country. Yet, what do we get? Bow and go. People whose certificates cannot be confirmed.
But I think he has apologized. Talking about Dr. Dosu Tijani, he has apologized for his tweet.
He apologized to the Senate. Did they apologize to Nigerians? No, apologized to the Senate. Did they apologize to Nigerians? Did they apologize to the lies that he told about NSAS? It was one of those that promoted NSAS that caused damage, that caused economic and social damage to this country. Did they apologize to those businesses that lost, those businesses that lost a lot of money, a lot of goodwill? Did they apologize to them? You see, when you have committed an act, you see, in Nigeria that we play a lot in this country, and that's why people can do things and they know that after I will say sorry. Even on a day-to-day relationship, people deliberately go and do things because there's no consequence for action. I will say sorry, and because of interest, powerful interest, I understand that he was nominated by a powerful man in this country. We have powerful interest. People think you can do anything against this country, and those of us who are patriotic, we don't get recognized. Those of us who defend and shout and plead and want to see this country, we don't get recognized because we don't have connections anywhere. But those who are those who bring the country down, those who have shown deliberate disdain, distrust for the country, are the ones that are doing that for others. And it's sad. It's a very sad, it's a very sad coming of the country. Now, Bosu apologized to the Senate. Did that apologize to Nigerians?
But can't we look at the bigger picture of what he's bringing to the table?
There is no bigger picture, no big picture anywhere. No picture is big anywhere. No picture is big. Look, we don't know what it takes to be a minister of the federal Nigeria. a country you don't believe in, a country whose passport you derogated. I want to be a minister to bring what I bring to the table. To the public sector. Let me know you can develop the public sector now. The public sector. You can develop, I mean, you are a tech guru. You don't need to be a minister to bring it to the table. You don't need to be a minister. You don't need to be a minister to contribute to the government. You can be in a think tank group. You can go for a reformatory. Yes, you can go for a reformatory program in a think tank group and reform yourself and purge yourself of those anti-Nigerian sentiments.
But now, Mr. Lexter,
we are not reformed.
We are taking too much time. We are taking too much time on issue of Mr. Tijani.
No, I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
He did not nominate himself. I want us to understand that he was nominated to come and say.
He will have rejected now if you hate Nigeria so much. If I hate you so much, you call me to come and now to come and talk on your stage. Is there a gun on my neck?
No.
To come?
No.
So if you hate the country so much, if you don't like the country so much, and you are called to come and serve, you say no. I'm comfortable. A lot of people have rejected ministerial and appointment now. We don't have rejected his ministerial seat. A bit Baligo resign as a minister. Chief a bit Baligo resign as a minister. People have rejected the ministerial seat. Not when it is convenient, you want to chop from Nigeria. When it's not convenient, you want to abuse them. Now there are a lot of people, Adiola and Co. They are all America. All their video, all their YouTube channel, especially that Adiola. I won't be surprised to see Adiola now being called into one thing. All has studio. I keep watching video on social media. All has video is anti-Nigeria. Again, ridiculing Nigeria, ridiculing the country. Go and see all the bloggers in Ghana and Sierra Leone, how they promote their country. In Nigeria, our own bloggers, our own influencers is to derogate Nigeria and the leadership. And yet they are the ones that do competent. Let me leave that to the conscience of Nigeria as hearing my voice today. And let's know if we truly use this country well. Let me leave what I've said to the conscious Nigerians and the leadership that is always rewarding evil, rewarding those that are against the country, against those that are responsibly working hard and loving this country. With respect to Mama Nasir El-Rufai, I'm disappointed as what is taking place.
Okay.
I read a piece by somebody. I don't want to believe that piece is true. If that piece is true, then I am totally disappointed with leadership and other things in this country. I don't know the political interests. I've not been close to any political calculation and power. But I know that Mama El-Rufai is not, let me give this caveat, is not my best of candidate. When he was BP director, I never liked him for anything because of what happened to Nitel. And I'm still saying I still hold that against him. What happened to Nitel, I still hold that against Mama El-Rufai. Because if it was not those bad policies and that Pentecost deal, maybe Nigeria would have still been there. That Pentecost deal, Nigerians have forgotten. You will see that Mama excels in public office as a minister of FCT. Mama excels as a governor of Kaduna State. This is a man of capacity. And Mama put his own life, put his own political calculation, put everything on the line for President Bola Tinubu. He was the face of this president in the election right from the primaries. This is somebody that has capacity, no doubt about that. He knows what he wants in governance, no doubt about that. So we must identify such people, and then the president identified him as a veritable asset. Now, if the president men, if what I read is true, and the president men are the one behind Mama Nasir El-Rufai. Yes, Nasir El-Rufai. Sorry, I'm using Mama. I'm sorry. Nasir El-Rufai. If that piece is true, I don't want to believe it. If it is true, then I am pained. I'll be pained because that even the president recognizing that this man is veritable for him. So if people will now go behind the scene and do what I read was happening, it's unfortunate. We don't need to lose such a man. I have given a caveat. He's not a perfect man. I have things against him personally. He doesn't know me. I'm a beneficiary or it either benefits me, whatever person is in government, either benefits me or jeopardize my interest. But I know that that Niger Pentecost thing, when he was BP Director General, I still hold that against him. But aside that, look at what he did in Abuja. Look at what he did as governor of Kaduna State. Come on, and look at what he did for the president. Look at how he defied all odds against the northern establishment. Go against the national establishment who wanted power to remain in the north, went against them, stand for the president, and ensure that this president emerge. And you say such a man should be treated with disdain, even when the president said on the platform at the Kaduna Investment Forum, Mama, I will not come down. Nasir, I will not come down. Nasir, I will not come down if you do not promise to remain in government. Look at such a vow. Look at such a solemn public vow. I know the president as somebody that as a man that keeps his word. He's not a Maradona. He's a man that keeps his word. He's a man that knows what he wants. So at this point, yes, age might not be on his side, might not be on his side like when he was governor of Lagos State. But at this point, he still has all his faculties and everything together. He still has his strength. He should not allow any new cabal to derail him. Whatever issues and challenges can be resolved, and he's a deal breaker. He knows how to and how to cut deals. He's a deal breaker. He knows how to manage men. He knows how to source for men, fish for men, and know how to work. How to assemble the best of team to work and get results. So new cabal, because I understand a lot of cabal. Oh, the chief of staff cabal, the what they call him, Alake cabal, and so I think there are so many things. I don't even, my dear brother, I don't know how the gate of Aso Rock look like. I've not been there before. But so some of us that have put our life, all our interest on the line for this administration, against people's opinion, against our friends who have been threatened, I've lost my job because of this administration, because of my stand for this administration. I lost business opportunity, I lost job, I lost friends, families. In fact, so some of us who have done this will be very pained if there will be crack in the delivery that this president has promised Nigerians. His inciting and cabalism, behind the scene cabalism, will now derail this president. There are challenges. So let's go to the next topic. There are challenges on ground. All right. And if people are not looking at those challenges, they are looking at power broking to be who is in charge. I think it will be very, very unfortunate, and this government does not have the luxury to go through that route.
All right, let's move to the next headline. Naira continued to nosedive against the dollar. At some point, it even went above 900 naira to the dollar. What does this mean for Nigerian economy?
Well, as a financial expert, unfortunately, people will introduce me as a public affairs analyst. Please, I am an accountant. Okay. I'm a chartered accountant by profession. Okay. So that should always be featuring. All right. I'm a chartered accountant by profession. All right. I'm the immediate past chairman of ICANN Lagos, and this is society. I am a full-fledged ICANN member. I'm a fellow of ICANN. Right. So I can talk economically and very well. You see, for me, when I see what is happening with the Naira, especially since the announcement of the margin of the multiple exchange rate, I think we are getting it all wrong from day one. Okay. There is no multiple. I have done a lot of studies and asked myself, well, I don't know what happened at the back end. What is multiple exchange rate? In every economy, there is always two exchange rates: the autonomous market and the official market. The autonomous market is supposed to be a small market where you and I can go and transact with little businesses. The official market is where you transact, where the government control through the CBN and make dollar or foreign currency available for users. The unfortunate thing is the fact that our country is import dependent, so the demand for foreign currency is outstripping supply. And that is why, because we want to import. Look, we have been talking since in the 80s. We've been talking about this importation, and one thought that with all the reforms that are taking place from the Bangladesh era to up till now, that Nigerians' capacity to produce domestically should have been enhanced. and we should have been an exporting country. But no, every day we still depend on consumption of foreign goods. Any luxury goods produced abroad is consumed in Nigeria. Today, Nigeria is one of the highest iPhone market in the world.
Yeah.
You know what's called an iPhone? You know how much it is? Good.
We're waiting for
Nigeria is one of the highest. We are waiting for the release. Every new car, new Jeep that comes out in the market, Nigeria will order it. I'm sure that Nigerians have placed order for 2024 edition. And what is being used to finance this is not forex.
It is, of course.
So at every point in time, our consumption pattern, our taste buds, unbridled, and I'm using the word unbridled, taste buds for foreign goods keep outstripping the economic size that will generate the necessary exportable commodities. I don't know what the Export Promotion Council is doing. I'm not running them down because I don't know. I don't know what the Ministry of Agriculture is doing. I don't know what the Ministry of Industries are doing. That up till now, our industrial base is still very, very poor. Agricultural value chain is not existing. And even when there's intervention, it is fraught with corruption. Look at the intervention of CBN for rice production. Please, where is the rice? How come the price of rice did not crash? So there is a lot of things. And then the worst part of it, the fact that Nigerians now see dollar as a means of, as a transactional currency. And the government is looking elsewhere. There are regulations that have been launched against pricing goods in Nigeria. But my brother, is it working? These days, hotels price in dollar, school fees in dollar, air tickets, flight tickets in dollar. Even to pay for excess luggage, I shared tears yesterday at the airport when I went to see somebody off, and that you have to pay for excess luggage in dollar. A country that has a currency, where is our come? What is happening to us as a people? How did we get to this level? How did we allow things to get to this level that we now price our goods and services in dollar and accept it as a means of exchange in a country that is a selling country with naira?
What do we do to get out of the
What do we do?
Yes.
There must be table shaker, just like the president shake the table about fuel. He must shake the table about forex. If those in government today are honest and sincere and is ready to do good for this country, they must shake the table. Just like the feeble attempt that the governor did with aboki.com platform. Look, this thing is being manipulated on that platform. There is a platform called Bankia. Is it Bankia one? I don't know what they call it. There's a platform which you see every day. It's a manipulation. Somebody will just see somewhere and be posting rates, and that becomes, and when that rate is posted, that becomes what they are booking on the street will sell, what Malams will sell. So there's just a manipulation of the naira. Full stop. Because I do not see the demand. I don't see where the demand and the supply equation is not aligning. I don't see it. Look, please, I'm giving this. I'm giving a caveat because I have not been able to have any depth study. So what I'm saying is from my own professional, sound professional and academic point of view, because I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing where you wake up in the morning and you are seeing a table, and you are seeing a platform. You are seeing a platform where naira is just falling. Even in other parts of the world, you will see trend based on demand and supply. You will see number of demand that was made, number of supply that was made, even if it is in the autonomous market. Not to talk of the official market. And then why would the official market be not chasing the autonomous market? That's because somebody is manipulating the autonomous market. So if they keep dragging the thing forward. So as far as I'm concerned, what is happening is purely uneconomic. It's not economic factors. It is personal and manipulative factors that some people who know this country well is applying. And then the country, the government make themselves, and the CBN whatever, make themselves weak to accept the notion that dollar or foreign currency will be a means of exchange in Nigeria.
So now the
move
by the president to unify the forex. Do you see it?
There is no unification. There is no unification because you cannot unify what you don't control. What are you going to unify? So that word for me is the most. Unfortunately, Sanusi was flying that word. I didn't know where he left it. I respect Sanusi very well. But I do not know where he got that notion from unifying of estate. You can't unify it. How can you unify anything that you don't control? Do you have control?
Not at all.
Okay. Then before that announcement of unification, the naira was the dollar was going for about 700 naira. The day that announcement is made, it went to 800. Now it's hitting 900.
Yes.
So what are you what are you unifying? You don't have.
People are anticipating. Projection are even saying
yes,
it might get to 1,000.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what the Nigerian factor. That's what the Nigerian factor that has made. We are now an alarmist country. We are an alarmist country. Very alarmist. Even when there are no indices, you just create one alarm. And then as long as you have put that alarm, it will get there because it's a manipulative website. Just like Aboki FS was doing. So if that website is not clamped down, that is the first step. That website should be clamped down. Whoever is playing on that website should be clamped down. And let the banks, only the banks be authorized to issue rates. Only the bank should be authorized to issue rates. Then another thing is a black market. Black market is not supposed to be autonomous market is not supposed to be a legal. It's not supposed to be in the open. So it is when you clamp down on such manipulative rates, manipulative side, like that manipulating the what happens is manipulation. And especially if somebody is benefiting, I don't know why the government will not clamp down on it. Because I have not been able to do an in-depth study as to what is creating the demand and why is that because there is a lot of remittance desperate remittance. The oil price is high, so there's a lot of influx from oil proceeds, export proceeds. So what is happening? How come every day you wake up and you see a new figure as a value? Who is creating the value? So there's nothing like unification you cannot unify an estate that you don't control because you are in a deregulated market, except you want to go back to the 70s and the 80s when the CBN determined the rate. But in that case, you cannot do that now because the world has gone global. So you cannot be selling oil. You have been having so much money. You have been having a steady price of oil going up, and then every day you see that your rate is falling. And then now people the fuel supply is telling you that they are going to increase price of fuel to 700, and it's going there.
Yeah.
Because we are not in a lawless lawless economic space for which only the government can take. And we should need a people-oriented CBN governor quickly. A people-oriented Minister of Finance quickly for them to stem this tide. If not, look, the turmoil that will greet this administration if this manipulation continues is yet to be seen. So the government needs to wake up and clamp down on this anti-economic forces that is creating the distortion. That can never be the value of our naira. It is a manipulative value that we are having today.
All right. I wish we had more time to continue on this conversation, but unfortunately,
I am always available for it. If you want me, I'm always available for this because sincerely it burns in my spirit that Nigerians are now making dollar a mix of exchange in Nigeria, and it has continued unabated despite whatever regulation the CBN has issued, whatever the government have said. Airlines now collect forced to pay dollar.
But I mean, you cannot blame the airlines because of their trap funds in this country. They are unable to get access to their trap fund. So
everybody has trap fund. Everybody has trap fund everywhere. It's not the airlines that have trap funds. What I'm saying is, you cannot be pricing. Look. This is a country, something country for goodness sake. Will you go to Malaysia and then look? I went to Malaysia some time ago, and then we were supposed to make deposit of $100 in the hotel. They said no, they can't take our dollar. Go and change to ringgit.
They use their own currency.
We want to change their own currency. We want to change to ringgit. They will not accept dollar from you. Will they accept dollar from you on the street of India?
Not at
send money to India. All the Indians working in Nigeria, when they send their money to India, they convert to rupees and put in their rupees account. not a serious? What is son of India? What's the of Nigeria? Why we allow everything Nigeria just to everything just goes and we just live ourselves like people that don't understand what they are doing.
All right, I really understand your passion.
And in government circle because of corruption, because of their own selfish interest, they look the other way.
I understand your passion.
Nigerians are using the dollar as a store of value. Today, the dollar account is not controlled; it's unchecked. For goodness sake, we cannot continue like this and expect that we cannot be doing the same thing the wrong way and expect a different outcome. It doesn't happen that way.
Of course, it doesn't. All right, at this point, we have to call it a wrap. Meanwhile, if you really want to say something, probably in few seconds, you can have your final shots.
Look, I love Nigeria. I love this country, and I want everybody to be patriotic about Nigeria. See, people should be careful on what they do to this country because this is the only country we have. I am not against Dr. Bosu Tijani. I'm not against anyone. I don't really know, but I spoke passionately about it because of his antecedents against this country. Against the Green White Party. He's a privileged individual. There are many of him like that. There are many of his guys like that. That tomorrow they will now find their way back and they say they will not apologize. Let's love this country. And for Mama El-Rufai, please, please and please. Nasser El-Rufai, sorry, I keep saying Mama, I'm so sorry. Please, this is a veritable aspect of this country. He's not my best of persons, but I believe in excellence. And whatever, and he has paid his due, sacrifice for this administration. Whatever that needs to be resolved for him to be in this government, to provide value and service, let it be done. Nation first, country first, self-last. In my final words, may God bless Nigeria and may God continue to protect our troops. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alexa Wilcox. We appreciate your contribution on the show. All right, with that is the size of our package for today with Mr. Alexa Wilcox, who is an economist, an accountant, chartered accountant for that matter, and also public affairs analyst, who had given us a lot of professional insight to our headline. I hope you enjoyed what we brought to you today. If you do, then do well to stay with VOP 96.1 FM Abuja because we have other programs lined up for your listening pleasure. Today is Saturday. My name is Aliu Doma. Do have a wonderful Saturday ahead.